So now we've covered how to make use of the keywords and what to focus on so that you can pick these new keywords that you haven't been
Correct.
focusing on out of the auto campaign. However, there is also one other thing that I heard you mention, and that take those keywords and then go over to Helium 10 or something similar to see how the search volume is trending on those.
Correct.
So if the search volume is on an increasing trend, then obviously, so take for example, a keyword that is getting good impressions, good click-through, good purchases, and it's on an increasing trend, then you really don't want to let that go. You want
Oh,
to make sure your
absolutely not.
bids, so
And
your
that's going to
bids,
go on your listing too. Not only are you going to advertise on it, but you're going to want to put that in your title. Depending on the keyword, we know that some keywords are not like, they don't flow well. Like you have to be creative in how you put them in the copy, but as long as it flows well, put it as close to the top or at the front of the listing as a title as you can. Include that in bullet points, back-end search terms, alt text. There is some debate on if the alt text for a main image works or not. And I'm going to talk about this a little later, but something that we've been trying out here at My Amazon Guy is if you have a product and it has packaging, there's a way we've been trying to implement a keyword that we're wanting to increase our market share on the packaging so it looks organic. Amazon's not going to cut us out for like text on an image or anything. And it's not like Amazon's going to be at the fulfillment center like checking each box like, oh, does it have this keyword on it? Right. So the purpose behind that, though, is to kind of put the customer in the mindset. So if I'm searching for soaps for men and I see that on a packaging, like, on the main image, and this is going to go into CTR. If I see that on a main image, I'm like, okay, here's the soaps for men I'm looking for, because it's right there in front of my face. And it's more evident than if it was in the title, and especially like the back end of the title where you can't really see it in the search results.
yeah. Well, I mean, you just mentioned something that got me thinking. I wouldn't let it get past Amazon to check the packaging
Yeah.
for search terms. You know why? Because everything is automated. So they
Right.
have sensors, right? So these sensors are reading barcodes and everything else. So you never know, because I tell you this, what is the ultimate goal of an Amazon seller? Is to be able to get into a direct relationship with the buyer, right?
Right.
So
Yeah. Like customer
you can't send
service.
emails, you can't do anything. So what happens? They use package inserts, right? So these
Right.
package inserts say, okay, it's all legit, compliant with Amazon terms of service, but ultimately it directs them to a place where they offer a benefit to the shopper.
Mm-hmm.
Register here so that we can give you the benefit. so,
Right.
so now suddenly they die. So I don't think Amazon is too happy about that.
They
So
definitely don't like the product inserts that will take them outside of Amazon, because Amazon wants everything that happens to happen within Amazon. They don't want it to go on another e-commerce site. So that does open up a new conversation. I personally like product inserts if they are very, very gray. Don't go anywhere. Just say, hey, thanks for your purchase. Leave us feedback. That's it. Like that's about as pure as it can get without making Amazon mad, in my opinion. I know
well,
that
I
there
mean,
are probably other ways, but
yeah, I mean, what people do is, and I frankly recommend that to my clients, because ultimately it's about shopper experience.
yeah.
So, like for example, offering extended warranties, offering a gift, and things like that. So something that has to be physically mailed, that they need mailing address. So, and you can't really argue that doesn't bring value. It obviously brings value. So Amazon cannot, I mean, it's the nature of the beast. So that's how
Right,
it is.
yeah.
So, and also people are more likely to leave a review if they are being treated in a way that, you know, gives them more value or whatever. So anyway, I don't want to really go off point
Yeah,
here.
no, you're kind of getting off topic. There's so
Amazon,
many facets of Amazon.
yeah, Amazon may end up checking the packaging for
It
content.
is, yeah, it is good to be aware of the terms of service about that, which I don't have the page pulled up right now, but it does say, you know, something about like accurately presenting your listings. So if the insert, or not the insert, but like the packaging doesn't really have that on it, that could be a cause for concern. We haven't personally seen anything happen, but you know, with Amazon, nothing's out of the realm of possibility, right? So it
Yeah.
is good to be aware of what their terms of service does say, and you know, kind of operate under that. Now, I have seen with this particular topic, and I'll just finish this out before we go into the broad and phrase match section. I have seen where Amazon will just revert it back to the original image if they find that, you know, like it's not compliant or something like that. So risk is low, reward is high, but definitely proceed with caution on that, because we all know how Amazon's terms of service is and how stringent it can be if they target
Yeah.
you. So
Now, there is one other thing, Faith, that we've
Mhm.
come across with one of my clients is, and if you think about it, this is fairly expected.
Right.
If you have some kind of copy on your product detail page about the product that makes a claim or it describes it in a certain way, and you're doing it to get more clicks, but it's not really 100%, you know, accurate,
Mhm.
your competition will post videos,
Yep,
feedback, reviews, you name it. So
absolutely.
they're
They
gonna
will
they're
take
gonna
that.
flame you.
Yep. They'll order and they will, and that's I've seen that across multiple categories. These competitors are cutthroat. They are willing to do anything to get ahead of you, and that will include test orders, which is where I see a lot of sellers get in trouble with inserts and stuff of that nature. Especially not the inserts that you had mentioned per se, but more so like the ones that are very not vague at all about leaving a review. And that's how those sellers will get in trouble. It's because their competitors have ordered that product, saw the insert that specifically requested a review. Like I said, not anything you went over. And then they'll get in trouble for that. So there's always the possibility the seller could do like order it, see that that keyword is not on your packaging, and then try to report you for it. But Amazon does also have something in their terms of service about not reporting sellers too much, because they see it as like malicious. So
Sure.
there's so many layers to it. Like it's like, this could happen, but then this could happen. So as always with all things Amazon, proceed with caution. But where you don't need to proceed with caution, or maybe just a little caution, is identifying keywords in broad and phrase match campaigns. So